I'm just like in the middle folding the scooter, like just going around.
Oh my god, she was walking back and no one looked down. And from then on, I never ate fish again. That's a lie actually, I do eat fish. But
This story does not have a title because I never gave it one. Technically it's a traumatic memory for me, but that's passed since then. So it was basically, I had just finished grade 7, and like during summer break I was kind of just bored. So so yeah, after graduating and losing all of my friends, I was ready for the next step. What was I thinking of? Wait. Yeah, so I was ready for adventure, to be a contender and more, you know. So I decided I wanted to just like go on a scooter and like go down to my old elementary school. Cause, you know, if I wanted to like take risks and stuff, I would go to the most dangerous place I could think of. Turns out it really was dangerous, because when I got there, I was just like on my scooter playing, doing stuff. And it's like one of those like weird scooters where it has like a seesaw mechanism. So like you push on one side, it goes forward. You push on the other side, it goes forward. You push on the other side, it still goes forward. You don't push on it, it keeps its velocity and keeps going forward. So basically, it was very slow, but it was very fun. Because like, it's literally just a seesaw but moving. And that's really fun. I said that twice in a row. Okay, so eventually I came across the back door of my elementary school, and then I see this tent of umbrellas, and it's like stacked up like on the doors, and I'm like very curious, like what is this? So I kind of go up to it and like examine it, and then out of nowhere, random screaming in a different language I don't understand, so I'm translating it to English instead. So yeah, basically some guy that was in there started yelling at me, and I got scared, so I started running away. But then I realized I left my scooter back there, and I was like, that's expensive, so I ran back. And then I grabbed the scooter, but the scooter was heavy, because it takes a lot of things to put a seesaw on a scooter. So I'm carrying the seesaw scooter, and I'm running away, and it's like, I'm limping pretty much the whole time, and then a thought comes to my head. I'm like, wait, I don't know how dangerous the situation is. I don't know if that guy has a weapon or something. So my weird donkey brain starts bobbing and weaving in the middle of running away. So like, I'm just like in the middle holding the scooter, like, just going around. And I didn't do anything, and I realized that it wasn't a very good strategy later. But hey, my boxing coach told me to bob and weave if I'm in danger. So I did. Yeah, so eventually I got away, and then I got to safety. Oh my god. I got to safety, and then eventually I need that phone, wait. I got to safety, and then out of such a traumatic experience, all I could do was call my dad. And then he's like, hey buddy, what's up? I'm like, Dad, you can pick me up. There's a guy and he came, so that was pretty nice. We called the police department, and then I don't know what happened after that, but really the whole situation made me more confused than if that guy were put under house arrest. Yeah. So moral of the story, don't go outside.
Hello everyone, my name is Lynn. I'm an international student from China, and this is actually my first time that I have ever come up on stage by choice. Yeah, today I'm putting myself out there. My legs are already shaking. So why am I introducing myself? Because I'm guessing most of you don't really know me, but actually some of us crossed paths a long time ago, and some people, I met them last year but only became friends with them this year. For example, you can look at the friend sitting in the last row. Yeah, I mean, look at the differences between people. Those people are my friends. We hung out and laughed together. But today I need to try to give a stand-up comedy. But it honestly feels like a sit-down please. Look at those people. Now, why don't I have many friends? Why does it take me so long to make friends? Why do I sometimes feel a bit distant from classmates? There are two big reasons. Number one, I'm introverted. Number two, my English is not great. Some people say being introverted is not a bad thing, and it means you are quiet. Exactly, I'm so quiet. Even my Instagram is quiet. Nobody messages me. So yeah, being introverted and having bad English has made it really hard for me to make friends since I came to Canada. But after I do become friends with people, they tell me, at first I don't talk to you because you feel cold like a cool boss. But now they say, wow, you are actually kind of hinged. To be honest, I used to be more outgoing when I was younger. Okay, I still didn't have many friends, but that's because my parents made me take so many after-school classes. For example, when I was young, I worked hard to learn English in the after-school classes, but I had nothing in common with my classmates, and therefore no friends. Because everyone was talking about cartoons. Now, it's the opposite. I still have no friends because I kind of suck at English. When I was little, I used to do something funny. Yeah, when people started telling childhood stories, it usually means their current life is boring. Anyway, back in kindergarten, we had a foreign teacher. I mean, it's a foreign teacher for Chinese children, actually a native English speaker. She played games with us and smiles a lot, never got mad, and she always carried a book. Every class, she had bring out this book to do songs, games, all kinds of fun stuff. And I was so curious. What was in that book? Weren't you curious too? What does the book look like and what is written in it? What if it was Tom and Jerry comics? Maybe that's why she always smiles and so happy. Who can be happy at work? I don't even want to go to the kindergarten. One day, she asked all the kids to sit in a big circle and sat right next to her. She stood up and went across to the circle to play a game with another kid. She opened the book and left her book open on the chair, right there next to me. And as a very well-behaved student, I know I was not supposed to do anything to other people's properties. So of course I picked it. I started reading the book, but then you know how greedy I am. I wanted to see more, so I tried to flip the page. Maybe God was displeased with me and said, today I'm going to teach you a lesson. Suddenly the book shut. It closed. It closed! No bookmark. At this time, the teacher will finish interacting with the students over there, and then she will walk back. I was afraid she would find the book closed. I started sweating. I tried flipping through the books to find the page again, but it was useless. So then, I looked up, she was walking back. Oh no, I looked down. I picked up the book, held it with both hands, and gave it back to her. Teacher, here's your book. In this way, I'm transferring myself into a good kid who helped her get the book. And thank God I had taken those after-school English classes because she was a foreign teacher and I had to study it in English. There were so many little stories like that from when I was a kid, but because I'm introverted, I never know who to tell them to. If you see me looking serious or distant, maybe inside, I'm really hoping you will say hi. You might think my talk is a bit long. You might want to say, are you trying to use up all your words for the year? Yeah, because if my joke wasn't funny and I don't get any applause, well, I guess I just become the biggest joke of today. Okay. Lynn, who wants to make friends, become more outgoing, is working hard on my English, always hoping someone will say hi and wish there's someone out there who would listen to my story. Thanks for listening.
My name is Mia. Some of you probably know me because you're in the same grade as me, or you know me from the theater or other classes. Do any of you guys like eating fish? Yeah, okay, that's like one person. Two, okay. It's nice to see people that I absolutely disagree with because I don't like eating fish at all. And it's because of this one story from when I was about 6 or 7. I was in like grade 1. I was eating salmon with my parents and my sister. And I was still kind of young, and you know how salmon has like little bones in it? My parents told me explicitly, like, make sure you chew really well, make sure there's no bones inside. If you swallow it, then like, you know, you're gonna be in trouble. And I'm a pretty fast eater, so I didn't care at all. I ate the whole thing in like 2 seconds. And I had a fish bone stuck in my throat. And as soon as I felt it, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And my poor dad, he's so hardworking and nice, but sometimes he's a little bit of an overachiever, and he thinks he can do things that he really can't do. So he was like, instead of taking you to the doctor, Mia, I'm gonna take this bone out myself. So he takes a popsicle and puts it like under my mouth. I'm lying on like the bedroom, like the bed, and he has a popsicle stick. He has like a little contraption with a mirror on the end of it, so he's trying to see this bone, and he's trying to pull it out with tweezers from his like 3rd arm. I don't know where his 3rd arm came from, but he grew a 3rd arm. And his 4th arm like grew like a TV. I don't know. I distinctly remember watching like Thomas the Train on the TV, but that wouldn't really have been possible if I was lying down looking at the ceiling. It was crazy. My mom looked so worried, and my poor little sister was probably traumatized. I don't know if she remembers the story at all though. And after like 20-30 minutes of doing this, and I'm just stuck there and I don't know what to do, he pulls the bone out. He's like, okay, Mia, I'm gonna get you an ice cream. And he got me a bowl of ice cream, and I start absolutely sobbing, trying to eat this bowl of ice cream. And it was crazy because up until that point, I was trying so hard to not cry, because my dad was also a firm believer in like, you're fine, you're not injured, you just have a little boo-boo, I'll like kiss it or whatever. But I was absolutely bawling eating that bowl of ice cream. And from then on, I never ate fish again. That's a lie, actually. I do eat fish. But I'm strictly trying to not eat fish because of that story, because I hate fish bones. But if you like fish, it's okay. I guess I'll give you my leftover fish when I see you in the hallways. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia.